Hello, my people. We're gonna wait people to join us. This time, Shaman live. Welcome to your embryo system. Wow. We're gonna wait for some more people to join. Let me see if anybody's in the chat. Oopsie daisy. Charlotte, what's up? How's it going, people? Hey, Laureen. I got packages coming to some of you guys in the chat room too today. With you guys, whoever has tomorrow morning, I will email you guys your tracking numbers when everything else is completely gone and shipped. I have like 4 other packages going out tomorrow too. So tomorrow morning I will email everybody hold on, my wife's, let me just message her back. So you guys do it, yeah, so this is a pre-show right now I'm doing, because we're gonna do another Zoom chat tonight. It's I'm gonna be doing this a lot. You know, I have a Patreon, so I don't know if you guys are joining my Patreon, but as more people are subscribing, putting more work into it and doing more frequent Zoom chats, because we're building a family. You know, we're building a little group session where people are talking about their you know, we're gonna start talking about a lot of stuff, people's issues that they have, you know, stress. You know, it's, people need this. You know, we all go through our days, we have these jobs, we have kids, we have all these responsibilities, and we need something to talk. We need a group to talk. Sometimes we need like-minded people to talk to, and that's what we're providing here on Zoom and Patreon and YouTube. So this is our fam that we're getting. You know, this is I think too that when people subscribe, especially like on Patreon, it like weeds out the people that are there for, you know, people that they want to be there, they've paid to be there. You know, it weeds out the riffraff, and we all need an outlet. We need some people to talk to that are like us, and us starseeds, we're finding each other. Even though these unseen forces upon our planet try to keep us apart and try to keep us separated, they go through extreme lengths. Hey, baby, I'm on my way home. I just left work. They go through extreme lengths to try to keep us separated some parts, and it's like a bunch of lost souls that find each other. And we're gonna do more and more chats. As more people subscribe to, we'll get bigger and bigger. I see it, you know, only getting bigger from here. And I have a lot in crystals that I'm going to be providing as well. So the bigger we get, the more I can provide for you guys, because I have some really good connections in Brazil and different places. My buddy Misaki's got me some good connections, so I'm going to provide you guys only the top level metaphysical tools that you need and that we need. I'm not going to have anything on my website that I don't use myself. So hold on, I gotta respond to my girl real quick. Hold on, give me 1 second, guys. Shit. Damn, I almost fucking swerved off the road. I can't fucking text right now. Damn it. Alright, so I gotta stop texting. Yeah, everybody, thank you. My baby is, my daughter is doing really well. People that are asking. Yeah, she's getting big. She's walking now. She's so full of life. So we're gonna do this pre-show. People, if you want to support me here, that's fine. You can support, you can donate on YouTube to support me. But also, this is so people, if you want to join our Zoom discussion, this is just a pre-show for our Zoom discussion that's going to be tonight. We usually do it like after 10 o'clock, after the baby goes to sleep, after everybody's had dinner and stuff like that. Hey everybody, saying hi in the chat. Also, I have some stuff to discuss right now, of course, like always. But also, my show coming up in the next 2 months is going to be pretty dope. Like always, I think every week it gets more intense inside the Eye of Ra on the Truth Frequency Radio Network. And for those that have just started listening to me the last few months, or hold on a second. Give me a second. So yeah, so hey Jessica, hey everybody, Ken, what's up? Mika, everybody in the chat room, Megan, everybody in there. So the next, if you guys have just started listening to me on Truth Frequency Radio over the last several months, I've been doing radio for a few years now. I used to have a show on the Para X Radio Network, which is like a paranormal station. They're cool people. I had no problems with them over there. My show was a little bit different than most of the lineup on there. A lot of the lineup had to do with like paranormal investigation, things like that. It's not really my cup of tea, but some of it was very interesting. I met some really cool people over there. But I did a show called Spiral Radio on the Para X Radio Network for a little, maybe almost 2 years. I was on the Para X Radio Network, definitely over a year. I did like 80 weeks straight or something like that. I never missed a week. I never missed a Friday. The whole time I was on that network, even with through deaths in the family and stuff like that. I was really committed. It was only an hour show, but I had some really good guests, and I had some of my colleagues and friends that I'm gonna have back on my show now on Truth Frequency Radio. I only have a limited number of guests. Like I used to have a different guest every week, always different guests, and I was trying to get some of the biggest names in their field, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a great conversation always, because with some people have egos, and some people, they just because somebody has written a book or has interesting information out there doesn't mean that translates to a great radio chat, and doesn't mean they can translate that to a good discussion and be open to having a back and forth discussion with people. Some people are only interested in hearing what they have to say, no one else. So that's why I only have like people that that I can actually like have a back and forth conversation with. That's why you see sometimes I have some of the same guests on over and over again, because we have similar research, and some of the topics that we have and some of the knowledge that some of us guests have, that when we do these shows, that you can't just do one show. There's so many topics that you can do endless shows with these people. So people like Gary Wayne and my buddy Misaki, and different people that I have on a lot, it's there's a reason why, because like they're following a certain research that I'm following, and we can really have amazing discussions that way. having someone on just because they're a big name, you know, doesn't always mean it's going to be such a great show, you know. A lot of these people that's been recycled through all these shows over and over again, they don't really have anything new to offer anybody, and if they do, it's only recycled stuff, and, you know, it is what it is. You guys don't know who Maria Weedy is. She's been a friend of mine for a few years now. At least 5 or 6 years probably now. She is from a long line of shaman, just like me. And her father was a dowser, a really well-respected dowser in England. And now she goes to ancient sites like Rollright and Stonehenge and all these stone circles in Avebury and all these places. And she's uncovering some interesting technology associated with these sacred sites. And she's always has a great discussion. We are colleagues. We respect each other. We always bounce information off each other sometimes. And she's going to be coming back on the show on June 29th. Gary Wayne will be back on May 18th, and also in June, one day in June. And I have Maria DeAndrea coming back on the show soon too. So we're gonna be, the next 2 months is really gonna be intense. And tonight, we're definitely gonna be doing a Zoom chat tonight. Been following some of my research and some of my information. You might have heard me talk about Don Bosco before and other seers. Don Bosco was a seer. Padre Pio was also a born shaman, as other saints, you know. There's a lot of them, and a lot of their bodies right now are being kept in a stasis while they're being used for spiritual warfare in this spiritual battle that's going on. And I don't know how I feel about it all. There's a place in Italy called Turin. Now, Turin, Italy is a very, very special place because we have ley lines on our planet. We have an energetic grid on our planet. And there's certain spots on our planet where, of course, you know, we have this energetic grid, and there's positive and negative ley lines. There's good and bad ley lines. There's energetic, electromagnetic, pulsating lines of energy. Some of them are negative lines, and some of them are positive lines. Now, in Turin, Italy, this is one of the special places on our planet. There's a few places on our planet like this, and Turin is one of them, where these lines of light and dark entwine at one special place. Now, in the Streghe Underground, we talk about this as this is the spot where the Benandante and the Malandante dance. This is the spot where the good and bad entwine and become one. In one brief moment, in one intersection, at one entwining spot, one longitude and whatever you want to call it, latitude, you know, as soon in this energetic grid, they meet and they twist these two lines. And this spot in Turin, Italy is where they keep Don Bosco's body. They have it in a glass case in a basilica in one of the churches. And there is a dark vortex that has opened up in Turin. And, you know, like I said, there's positive and negative energetic lines and dragon lines, ley lines, whatever you want to call them. But there is some sort of dark vortex that exists in Turin, Italy. And there's a reason why they have Don Bosco's body there. That I know for a fact. And every year in January, they do special rituals and they're using his spiritual power. Missions, you know, there's, like I said, there's a war taking. We are in the final battle for our ancestral memory is upon us, and the saints are involved in all of this. They are spiritual soldiers, warrior monks in the spiritual realms. And Don Bosco, you know, he had serious visions. You know, of course, if you start to read some of his visions, he relates everything to like Catholic dogma. You know, same with Anne Catherine Emmerich and Saint Catherine of Siena. A lot of these seers, they had to relate it to Catholic tradition and Catholic belief systems. Otherwise, they would be seen as heretics or witches, and they would be burned alive. Even John the Revelator, the one who prophesied the book of Revelation, he did this as a seer. He did this from an ancient Greek island that he was, you know, he was casted off to, man. He was sent there as punishment to an island. Extradited. John the Revelator prophesied like a true seer and prophet from an ancient Greek island through seer stones. And they don't talk about this, you know, he was a shaman, you know, he was a prophet. He was using some sort of spiritual technology to tap and pierce the veil of the future through necromancy. And now, you know, this is what the Bible is about, and people think this is Christian. It's witchcraft, you know, it's shamanism. You know, it's weird that how people have gotten everything mixed up. So this morning, now if you guys have been watching some of my videos, you guys have seen me go into the Catholic retreat grounds where they have a house which is the exact replica of Don Bosco's house he was born in, and it's like a haunted house in the middle of the woods. Now I don't know if you guys realize what even Bosco means in Italian. Bosco means woods. It means like the forest. So Don Bosco was king of the woods. It's the Nemi. You know, it's what we've been talking about. It's the Rex Nemorensis. And they have this birth ritual house, brick by brick replica made at this retreat grounds that I go to. Now this morning, something came over me where, you know, I have this weird ability that, like I said, spirituality, artificial intelligence, nature, everything that's upon us right now is all entwined into one. And if you have the doorway, if you've cracked the doorway on top of your head open and you're able to tap into the multi-layered holographic experience that we're living into, you can see the different layers of our existence, and you can see how certain things exist on a multi-layered, you know, way, in a multi-layered way, you know. And this house is, and the Google Earth and everything that I'm able to, sometimes I get this thing that comes over me, or I know if I look it up on Google Earth, I'm gonna catch something, some sort of anomalous activity happening. You know, it's like AI and spirituality and everything is all entwined, and you can tap into it, and you can find little clues and things. There's signs are everywhere. It's everywhere. So something came over me to do the Google Earth of the actual beachy house that Don Bosco was born in. And something told me, like, there's no way I'm going to be able to see this on Google Earth, that they're going to have a satellite looking right on it or somebody's. So I looked it up this morning, and boom, I found it. And it was, so this, I never seen it before. I can't believe the actual house that Don Bosco was born in, it literally is exactly like the one that I've been visiting, like brick by brick. Everything is exactly the same. I posted the picture on my Patreon this morning. I mean, I caught some weird anomalous activity happening there too, and a weird priest that looked like he didn't belong there, and this weird rainbow light coming down from the sky. I think this house is being used as some sort of birth ritual house. You guys have seen me. Shit, I gotta move over. This guy is like up my ass too behind me, trying to move over. I'm starving too. But yeah, guys, I'm about to lose service because I'm going through the mountains. I'll update Patreon in a little while. Definitely will update who's in the chat. Yeah, I mean, that house is seriously haunted. Really haunted. I mean, you know, that forest there, I don't know if you've ever seen the sign outside of it, like right before you walk in this, they have the sign for the glory film mysteries and the stars, and there's mantras that are chanted for each one of these sorrowful mysteries and joyful mysteries to Mary. And there is a spiritual war taking place with Mary and the saints. They have claimed, harvested many souls for this quantum machine that has tapped in to humanity. And this machine can replicate any dogma, any belief system within anyone's consciousness. And there is a whole code and holographic war that has been activated within our system that has replicated the Mother Goddess